Welcome to the one of my first homework that I'm videotaping, and I don't feel real comfortable videotaping. But this message is important enough that I felt like I really needed to do it because what is in this is something to open up my eyes of how our subconscious mind works back here and how it opens up our lives to see things that we should have seen and maybe missed, and things that we could be missing that we should be seeing. And that's very important as we get started with this life skill study. I really want you to capture this because I want you to get the most out of what this these lessons will teach you. But first, you have to have an open mind. And we're going to find out we don't have such an open mind. And let me just bring in my little illustration that shows you how this works. And what it does is, as you can see here, we get bombarded by so many different smells, sounds, visuals. Everything's bombarding our ears, our taste buds, everything else. But what gets to our conscious mind is not necessarily what needs to get there. And if you watch the other videos, you've seen it, but I'm just going to do a quick review of this. Our RAS, our spam filter out all these inputs that would drive us crazy if they all got into our conscious mind. And it blocks it from our conscious mind based on three things. One, is it my responsibility? Two, is it important? And third, does it match my truth? Now remember, it has to meet all three of these categories, not just one of them, to get to that conscious area right in here. So for us to get right into this conscious area, it's got to meet those. So if we don't feel it's our responsibility, it just comes right back out. If we feel like it's our responsibility, but it's not important to us, then our subconscious eliminates it. If it comes to us and it doesn't match our truth, our subconscious mind, this RAS, will not allow it to enter into our conscious mind. Now, the main thing I want you to understand this time is it doesn't necessarily mean that what's coming in there isn't our responsibility. In other words, what it's saying is, do we feel like it's our responsibility? And if we don't feel it's our responsibility, even though it may be, it'll delete it from our getting to us. And the same with it being important. Is it important? Well, it may be important, and it maybe should be important, but right now it's not important to us. So our subconscious mind will block it from coming in there. Now notice here, does it match my truth? Now you notice I didn't say match the truth. Does it match my truth? So your subconscious mind, if it doesn't match what you believe is truth, it's going to block it out. So you might understand this very simply when you explain something and it just seems like it's going in one ear and out the other. Well, it may be. You're trying to share something that's important to you, to somebody you love, and it's going in one ear and out the other, and they don't seem to be getting it because it's not meeting these criteria. Literally, the RAS is filtering out what you're trying to say to them if it doesn't meet these three things. So I don't know how it works. I just know it does work. And I know we can control it when we understand that it works. And that's what's really important. It's important when we're seeking things and changes in our lives, and for us to find out, we need to be open. What is my responsibility? What things are really my responsibility? And what is important to me? I have seen that one of our greatest faults in our society today, people don't take responsibility for those things that we should be taking responsibility. So we need to analyze even beforehand, what should we be taking responsibility, especially after we go through these life skills. What is important? What things we should be taking responsibility for? And it's important. We may not feel like it's important, but it really is important. Now, I had a lot of that aspect when I thought work or some project that I was involved with was important. Well, it was important, but was it the most important thing? I broke down 10 things are my priorities. First is my relationship with God. Second is my relationship with my wife. And then third, my relationship with my family. And now, since I'm empty nester, I include all my extended family. So that would be my children, my grandchildren, my brother, my sisters, and actually some of you, and those of you who are involved in this, are going to be in that layer of my conscious when you're involved with this project, this life skill program. So you're important. I feel like it's your responsibility. Now, does it match my truth? Well, if it does, it'll get through. If it doesn't match the truth, it might be blocked. So it's important we come into these lessons that we're going to be listening with an open mind, because there may be some things that we don't understand or doesn't match our truth. And our RAS could literally block it out when it's very important for us to know and understand these things. And I'll tell you what, if you understand how this RAS works, it's an amazing how it can change our lives, because we start seeing truth in a whole different way. Now, I don't mean that you have to say, I'm going to change my truth and open it up, but have an open mind to listen. Is this truth? Is this something that should be my truth? Is there some substance here that's important? So as we get started with these studies, I want you to just come in here and challenge. And when you learn this, I'll just share one final thing with you that I think is really important. One day I was staying overnight to watch my grandchildren and my wife. And one of my youngest grandchildren has a habit of getting up early and could get into things. So I spoke to my RAS before I went to bed. I said, first of all, it's my responsibility if this grandson wakes up that I go down and make sure that he's safe and get up. Second of all, he's important to me. And third, my truth is I realize that my conscious mind can be working in the background when I'm sleepy. And sure enough, when he woke up and I heard the sound before he was even able to get out of bed, I woke up. Thank God for the way he built our RAS system and how we can turn our subconscious mind into a tool to help us grow in the areas that we want to grow in. And so I hope this helps. This is very important to me, and I want to make sure that you're continuously thinking, what is my responsibility? What is important to me? And does it match that truth? Not necessarily my truth, but does it match that truth? And am I going to have an open enough mind to accept the truth, even if it's different than my truth? Thanks for watching this. I look forward to getting with you in these coming weeks and months as we look at the life skills. And I hope this has been a help to you. Thank you. So have a great week. We'll see some of you soon. And I look forward to our relationship together.